Hello and welcome, my lovely patrons of the Pro Baseball Experience, and welcome to the Season 47 Minor League Draft. Super excited to be here with you all today. I am your gracious host, Mr. MN underscore Moosey, or just Moosey. We like to keep things casual around here. I will be your host for the Minor League Draft as well. I did the majors a couple days ago, but I am not alone in the booth. I have a couple minor league GMs with me who are ready to gush about their picks. So going down the line, I have one of the general managers for the Florida Flamingos, the champion Florida Flamingos. Mr. Anik, how are you doing today, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Macy. Glad to be back.
Well, it's good to have you. Long time no see.
I know, I know.
It's been a minute. And then we have my GM, Mr. JJ2416 for the Kansas City Hepcats. How are you doing this afternoon?
Doing doing pretty well. Excited for the draft and excited to welcome some exciting prospects.
In the third spot here in this booth, we have a name and a voice that I'm sure you all have heard. Nasbase, general manager for the State College Swift Steeds. He's back in the booth, folks.
Feels weird being on this side of the booth, but like my fellow GMs, very excited to not only see where everybody's going, but can't wait to see how excited everybody is that they finally the anticipation is there. Y'all get to know where you're going by the end of the stream, but super excited to be here.
All right. And lastly, we have one of the general managers for the Emerald Armadillos, Mr. Zodiac.exe.
Yep, happy to be able to make another one of these streams, and can't wait to see where everyone's going and to welcome some new Dillos into the locker room.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. Lots of new and old faces getting their next wave of players started in here, but I suppose we should get going on this one. Transition over to the draft. We start here with the board, and it looks like State College, you have the first overall pick.
Yeah, so it wasn't part of the plan. I mean, we just kind of naturally ended up here. It was a rough season, but at the end of the day, we had one overall, and stars kind of aligned to probably literally no one's surprise, and to the disdain of probably at least one user that did a mock draft. The Swifties at one overall are going to select a starting pitcher. Yes, always a Bummus. Hummus, for like the 5 millionth time, will return home to State College, where he will do better than, I think it was like 16-3, wherever that crazy score was. But I think the third time's a charm for Hummus. Cannot wait to get you back into the locker room and bring up the Swifty hype. But that is our number one overall pick.
An absolute reach for sure. All right. The Dillos sit at second overall. Zodiac, take it away.
Well, it's a little awkward because we didn't actually use our pick here. We actually traded this one to the Hepcats. Our sort of logic here was that we knew this was going to be a deep draft, so we were happy to get two more third rounders that we think are very likely to be active picks, plus getting a first next season in a draft that maybe not won't be as deep. So getting earlier picks in that one will be really good for us. And I'll hand it off to JJ to explain what he did and their logic behind the trade.
Yeah, for us, we saw a few people that may end up at the spot that we really wanted, and I think that we are in a strong spot in getting another huge piece at this point, should put us over that hump. And I know that the third rounders will probably have some great users, but being able to leverage next season and some picks that, yeah, and some picks there that can improve us for the next couple seasons.
All right.
And then, do you want me to announce the pick right after?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then with the second pick, we pick Ray Xavier, Person Man. My former Majors GM, and being able to draft them is kind of a sweet thing. And someone that knows a lot about OOTP and the league in general, has been here a very long time, and can definitely be a great place to be in our locker room. I'm excited to have him.
Yeah, as Person Man said in chat, he's a bust. So, he said it himself.
We take it back.
All right. With the third pick in the season 47 minor league draft, the California Firehawks will select cash considerations, starting pitcher user, Lumosity fan. And Lumo is one of the current general managers for San Antonio. Has been in head office for a bit before going to that job. So congratulations, man, on going third overall to California. Three pitchers to start off this draft. It's a big one. All right.
Oh yeah. So for the fourth overall, Flamingos took JC Swishman. I reached out to JC personally because I knew his name from somewhere, and it was from the EMLB. And we had a lovely chat, just discussing what they wanted from their player, their expectations. We think he'd be a great fit in Florida. We can't wait to see you. I'll send you out your invites as well. But yeah, congratulations, welcome aboard.
4 starters to lead off this draft. All right. The Anchorage Wheelers have pick number 5, and with that pick, they will select Max Velo, relief pitcher, user Attica Online. His former player, Max Power, was an absolute menace to pitchers, and now he gets to be on the other side as a reliever. So congratulations, going 5th overall to Anchorage on this one. Definitely not looking forward to having a minor league pitcher pumping 99 on us. So it's all pitchers so far. So we move to 6th overall with the Chicago Kingpins. With the number 6 pick, the Kingpins will select Lawn Gnomes, catcher user Charles. And Steinbach had to say, super exciting pick. I think we got lucky here with Charles being available. We had thought that teams ahead of us were going to go hitter before we would, but they instead gave us the chance to make this pick. We'll be needing some kind of bat in the middle of the order, and Gnomes will fit in that fantastically. Super excited to have them. Congratulations, Charles, going 6th overall to Chicago. First hitter taken off the board. So move back over to JJ with the Hepcats at 7.
So at 7, we also wanted to hop on the trend of picking hitters, and we decided to take Nolan Teague at center field, and had a great conversation with them. What's up, brother? And at center field, being one of the most important spots there is, and being able to have his corner centerpiece at that spot, we were really excited to have.
Congratulations, Nolan. Being picked 7th. I know Alex here in the chat was rooting for you the whole time. Up until their pick. All right. So at 8th overall with Chicago, the Kingpins will select P-Dub Woods, starting pitcher user Patman96734. And Steinbach had some words for this one. Well, this was a pitching heavy draft, and we lost a lot of pitchers to the majors this season, so a pick like this was expected. However, we decided to go with P-Dub over some more known quantities because we do like taking new creates where we can, giving our lack of doing so in the past. Either way, we still think this is a great selection. They've been a sensationally active user through the draft process, and we're hoping that they will be able to anchor down our rotation. Congratulations, Patman, going number 8 to Chicago. And then Bruce City at number 9. The 9th selection, Bruce City, will trade the pick away. Naz, give me a rundown on the thoughts on this one.
Yeah, so we were we were kind of thinking about getting this pick, and we had a few players that we were hoping, as with any draft, there's a few that didn't quite make the short list for one overall, but you hope that they fall down, to lower spots. And we lost a few people, but we still had some openings in our on our offense and our defense. So, we decided to roll a first round pick over to Bruce City, throw in a third. That way, it preserved our 10 overall pick. So it's kind of one of those trades. Kind of worked out for everybody. But with that, as I mentioned earlier, we're trying to look for, especially our defense. I felt like, a lot of people in our war room felt like we struggled on that. So that was a focus at number 9. Thankfully, there was a great a new person to our league who had, was trying to do a more defensive build, but also just super awesome, and has been very engaged. So with that 9th overall pick, the Swifties will select Stephen Strange, shortstop, user Ricer13. I enjoyed our conversation. Does super great graphics too, which always catches my eye. But just welcome to State College. Cannot wait to get you in the locker room. And can't wait to see Steven on the field. But yeah.
All right. Yeah, and Alex here in the chat says he has solid prospect showcase as well yesterday. So that will conclude round number 1. Let's move on to the second round. Naz, you're back up.
I am. I almost said number 10. I was like, wait a minute. That's right. We're going to the second round. And so we kept our focus. There was one user that, as I mentioned, we actually had several, I should say, that we were hoping to fall down. And this is also why we wanted to keep number 10, because we ran into an opportunity to get 2 people from that short list. And, I guess we're kind of going back and forth. Usually we draft new creates, but this time around, we've drafted a longtime user, a new create. Well, I guess we're going to go in a pattern. But with number 10 overall, the Swifties will select at shortstop Pee Wee Reese, longtime user of the league, KC15. We're trying to balance veterans and new creates. You always want to get a good mix. That generally takes you to the promised land. And another great defensive player that I'm just super excited that we can get to help fortify the team. But Casey, welcome to the Swifties. Can't wait to talk to you in the locker room here in a little bit.
Move on to pick 11 with the Dillos.
Yep, we had pick 11, which ends up being, after the trade, our first pick in this draft. And with it, our pitching was looking more solid in comparison to what some of the other teams needed. So we decided to go hitter here with Harry Callahan, second baseman, user D. Stevenson Jr. When we talked with him, he seemed very open to playing a variety of different positions, and he picked a very good arc that has a lot of versatility. So can't wait to get you in the locker room and talk with you and see what we can do to make the player you want.
All right. Congratulations. Move on to pick number 12. California Firehawks own this pick. And with this pick, California will select Lucas Winolito, user McGritty10. I love the the play on words here. Going number 12 to the Firehawks. Congratulations. Yeah, a lot of people seem to think this guy should have got a little bit earlier, but in the minor league draft, nobody knows. But congratulations, McGritty, going number 12 to California. Going to shore up that starting rotation for sure. All right, we move to 13 with Brew City. And with the 13th pick, the Brew City Bears will select Lou Williams, second baseman, user Will. And Punk had a note to say, second base was a big need this offseason after Hound Streamer aged out, leaving a big hole to be filled. Will also be very active in the rookie Discord, and should be a great addition in player and user to the team. Welcome to the Bears. Congratulations, Will, on going 13th overall to the Brew City Bears. Move to 14 with the Anchorage Wheelers. With the 14th pick, the Anchorage Wheelers will select Clay Holmes, relief pitcher, user Subby500. So congratulations, Subby, going 14th overall to the Wheelers. A lot of pitching in this one. Gonna be a lockdown for sure in that bullpen. The first time we have seen the Lemurs today. This one, and they will be picking at 15th. With the 15th pick, Louisville Lemurs select Pedro Serrano Jr., starting pitcher, user Curveball Bat Scared. We needed a fourth starter to replace our ace who was called up. Max Boy has been doing the tasks and said he loves writing. It's an easy league. We thought he would, as an essay league, we thought he could contribute to our rotation right away. Looking to pop into that rotation there. Congratulations. Going pick 15 to the Louisville Lemurs. We have the Hepcats at 16. Go ahead, GJ.
At 16, I had a great conversation with this recreate, and we in some other leagues we had talked, and we were kind of surprised that they fell this far, and we wanted to pick Throne Belfour Overdue, a relief pitcher, and we did need a relief pitcher spot too as well, with one of our relief pitchers getting called up, and getting to add another great user to the Hepcat lineage and to the team in general is a huge bonus.
Yeah, Overdue's got some fun usernames on this one. Throw Belfort, last pitcher was right in the dirt. So, all right. Chicago is at number 17 with the 17th overall pick. The Chicago Kingpins will select Strider, relief pitcher, user Didi Rector. We wanted one of the big three relievers that we thought were still on the board, and luckily we managed to grab one of them at this pick, rather than having to move up. And Didi Rector is a great pickup. Former Kingpin, completely awesome user, and just will have full control and command of our bullpen. Honestly, didn't expect them to be here, so this is super awesome. Congratulations, Director, on going 17th overall back to Chicago. Move 18 overall with the Brew City Bears with the 18th pick. Brew City will select Colby Kaufman, starting pitcher, user Chaotic One. Kaufman will be able to help us lock down our pitching more, giving us options top to bottom in the staff. We're excited to add Chaotic One for the OOTP paying and can't wait to have them learn everything about the league. Welcome to the Bears. Congratulations, Chaotic One. Going pick 18 to Brew City. And that will finish off the second round as we move to round number 3. We start with State College.
Yeah, so we basically had a lot of different ways we could go with this pick. We still, at this point in the draft, we still needed pitching, but there wasn't really any pitching around that we were super interested in. So then we kind of veered to a more best available situation. Thankfully, somebody checked all the boxes because defensively we also needed somebody really good in center field. And so we were able to not only fill that gap here with our pick here at 19, but also somebody who I somewhat know, who ventures into other OTP streams. So there was some familiarity, and I cannot wait to welcome this person fully into the league. I think they're in chat as well. I think I saw them in chat. But at number 19 overall, the Swifties will select a center fielder, Ethan Shadow, user Anurag B. Really enjoyed my conversation with Anurag, and I cannot wait to get him into the locker room. So welcome to the Swifties, Ethan Shadow.
All right. Congratulations. Let's move on to the Dillos at 20. We've got a lot of picks here. Zodiac.
Yeah, this is the round where we got those picks from Kansas City. So you're going to be hearing my voice a lot. I apologize. With our first pick in this round, we decided that we wanted to go pitcher. I had someone that I personally reached out to and talked with a lot. So with this pick, we decided to take pitcher Roquefort Cotswold. We talked a lot in our DMs about different builds, and he said that he wanted to go with something that's a little off the beaten path, and I was 100% on board, so I thought we need a pitcher. Now's a great time to take him. Welcome to the Dillos. Can't wait to talk more about build with you.
Right. I love the render on this one. Absolutely got me. All right. Back-to-back picks here for Florida. Anik?
Yeah. I'd love to tell you how we got these picks. I don't remember. Um, PQ's usually the one that does trades. I'm not allowed to. But for our first pick in the third round, we took a pitcher. It's Reed or not, Joseph Reed. So we had one of our scouts reach out, Figgy, who had previously shared a locker room with them in the SHL. So Figgy had nothing but nice things to say about Reed. We desperately need pitching help, and we figured this would be a great match for us.
All right.
And then to double up again, I just said we need pitching, so the next pick is Burrito Hour. User Gabriel Finley, another starting pitcher coming to Flamingos. We need the help. We lost pitchers, we kept all the bats. It kind of makes sense for us. So yeah, great conversation with them. We're going all in on pitching. Hopefully we can go back to back, but we'll see how we can do.
Mm-hmm. A lot of pitchers taken in this draft. Definitely going to help everybody out. That is for sure. We have Chicago here at number 23. With the 23rd overall pick, the Chicago Kingpins will select quarter pocket starting pitcher, user Papalinator. Never can have enough pitching. We liked the user, and we wanted another starting pitcher, so we were pretty pleasantly surprised when they fell into our lap here at 23. Super excited to have them and to pick up another starting pitcher. Congratulations, going pick 23, Papalinator, to Chicago.
Oh man, we're back to us already, huh? Okay. So we've got two back-to-back picks here, and a lot of the active pitchers had gone by this point. So we went back to see who we thought might still be active on the bat side. And at 24 overall, we decided to take Murphy LeSwift, shortstop user KDR. Admittedly, this was someone I kind of reached out to a bit late in the process, but there's someone who has had great form activity, and in the short conversation we had, It sounded like they were coming to the league and they were going to give it a good shot. So very excited to have a potential successor to Vichy at shortstop.
All right. And I'm gonna stop you right there. Punk needs to get a screenshot of 21. I noticed it just a second ago. Punk takes screenshots of every single draft card, and posts it in the rookie chats. So we're gonna go back in time for a second. There you go, Punk. You can get it now. All right. All right. Now we're back at 25. You can go right on ahead.
All right, and then at 25, we're coming into this season having a hole in the outfield, and we decided to go with someone else that I talked with a lot, Hal Jordan, user Arctic, out in left field. He's someone else who I had a very nice conversation with, and he actually was a scout for the Vandals when my player was first going through the majors draft. So was fun to turn around that dynamic, and can't wait to have him in the Dilla locker room.
All right. So we move on our way. Pick 26 with Chicago. At pick 26, the Chicago Kingpins will select Jim Silviera Jr., third baseman, user Jim Silviera Jr. We went best player available here, and I think this could be our sleeper pick of the draft. We don't consider ourselves terribly weak offensively, but adding bats was something we were trying to do. But we didn't think it would be this easy. Grabbing an active and very encouraging user here was fantastic. Very excited to have them. Congratulations, Jim Silviera Jr. going pick 26 to Chicago. Then Brew City owns pick 27. With the 27th overall pick, the Brew City Bears select Austin Morley, catcher, user So Evil. So Evil has been highly active in the rookie Discord, and we can't wait to have that energy with the team. We also can't wait to see how Morley does, especially after their amazing prospect league. I hope Joe really did scout you. Welcome to the Bears. Congratulations, So Evil. Pick 27 to Brew City. That will conclude the third round of our minor league draft. Let's move on to round number 4. We have State College leading us off.
Yeah, so for the fourth round pick, we didn't we're pretty full on spots. So we actually ended up trading it to the Bears. We just it was for a fourth round pick later on, or next season. But if for whatever odd reason it doesn't happen, then it moves over to S50.
Love some conditional picks. Some of my favorite ones. All right. Now with the Bears back up here at pick number 28, the Brew City Bears will select James Filtipaldi, relief pitcher, user Ara. We traded into this pick to help add to our bullpen. Our Bear bots have been amazing over the seasons, but having someone to lock it down at the top of them is going to be awesome. Ara said they might not be fully active, but we're excited to have them. Welcome to the Bears. Congratulations, Ara, for going pick 28 to Brew City. So we have the Dillos at 29.
It's me. I'm back again. At 29 overall, we decided that we did need to get some more arms in our pitching staff. So we went with the starting pitcher, Pedro Martinez Jr., user Yank946. This is someone who we couldn't get a response from, but we did see they were recruited by Enoch, so that does give us some hope that they'll be around and they'll be, and they'll give the league a good shot. Hope to see you in the locker room, and hope to see you on the mound.
All right. Could also just be a setup for Enoch recruiting someone. Pick 30. We have the California Firehawks. With their pick, California will select Nick Gilmore, starting pitcher, user N Gilmore, 21. More pitching getting picked up here for California. So congratulations, N Gilmore, for going 30th overall to California. Nick, are you here to announce pick 31?
Oh, I was muted, man. Well, I said it and I was like, oh, what's happening? So for our pick, we're taking Rental Raid at Colby. So as I said, we're retooling our pitching. We've got all the bats we need at the moment. We're getting a high, proven high on our falling so far down. I mean, it's hard to pass up. We're hoping Colby can do some damage from the pen.
Right. Pick 32 belongs to the Anchorage Wheelers, and with the 32nd overall pick, the Wheelers will select Orochi Curry Wilbon, left fielder, user Banakok. Congratulations, Banakok, going pick 32 to the Anchorage Wheelers. Going to provide, hopefully, some power in that left field spot. We go to the Lemurs at number 33. With the 33rd overall pick, the Lemurs will select Literal Flamingo, catcher, user Vice. He's very active in the Discord, and during our conversations, he asked a lot of good questions, which showed me that he wanted to learn. He'll be a very good user in the league and our locker room. Plus, how else can you dethrone the champs than by adding a literal flamingo to the team? Congratulations, Vice, going pick 33 to the Lemurs.
And at 34, I had a conversation with this user, and it was kind of late in the time, but we did have a good combo and saw they were active, and they had a pretty good starting build with an interesting build too. It is the head cat select Nick Smith, Smitty, X-Tail, and they are a first base magician, and they may end up playing a different spot when the season starts, but then they did say they want to go back there in the future, and I think that they would be great at any spot that we put them in.
All right. We move to pick 35, which belongs to the Chicago Kingpins. And at pick 35, the Kingpins select Joe Smith, second baseman, user Smitty. Congratulations, Smitty. Pick 35 to the Chicago Kingpins. Possibly filling a hole up there in middle infield. Then pick 36 belongs to the Lemurs. And with that pick, the Lemurs will select McLovin Jr., third baseman, user McLovin Jr. We needed a couple of hitters who could also play some key positions for us. This user wants to create a 5-tool player, and we thought that was great. We felt fortunate to be able to get such a good value this late in the draft. One of the only players who was asked about how our team was doing. Another active Discord user as well. Congratulations, McLovin Jr. Pick 36 to the Lemurs. And that will conclude round number 4 in this draft. Let's move on to round number 5. Start with Nasbase and the State College Swifties.
And so here in the 5th round, we basically went best available. So we had one more spot that we could fill up on the offensive side of the ball. had to do a little bit of moving around, but we made it work. As is always the case here in the minor leagues. But to make a long story short, at number 37, the Swifties will select right fielder Andrew Coleman, user Coleman the Short. Welcome to the Swifties, Andrew Coleman, and we hope to get you into the locker room.
Uh, 38 overall. Dillos had what at the time we expected this to kind of be a less active pick, but we do think that there's a chance that this user could come around and join the locker room and be active. So welcome to the team, Jose Vescarte. I hope I pronounced that right. Got a magician shortstop, so someone who could really play just about anywhere in the infield right now. So super excited to have you on, and hopefully give the league a chance.
All right, pick 39 belongs to California, and with that pick, the California Firehawks will select Bubba Frank, first baseman, user NLJ04. Congratulations, NLJ04. Pick 39 to the Firehawks.
Yeah, so like I said, we needed pitching. We're kind of full at the moment, so we've passed. There's no pitchers available. Yeah, that's us.
So the Florida Flamingos and the Anchorage Wheelers pass on the remaining selections in this draft, which will push us to pick 42 with the Louisville Lemurs. With the 42nd pick, they will select Wes Derwachter, second baseman, user Wes D. I don't know anything about this one as he didn't respond, but at the second to last pick of the draft, we need a second baseman, and that's what this one is. Maybe you could be a winning lotto ticket. Who knows? I don't actually think this is the second to last overall pick. I'm not 100% sure. If it isn't, somebody's got to answer for their crimes. But congratulations, Wes D. Pick 42 to Louisville. That'll bring us to 43 with the Hepcats.
At this spot, we felt like there was only bats left, and all of our bat spots were full, so we decided to pass at this point to leave the opportunity for another team to actually have them in the field.
So another pass coming out here. So that'll bring us to 44 with Chicago. And at 44, Chicago selects Zach Bailey, second baseman, user 8 Iron Tim. Well, congrats, 8 Iron Tim, for going 44th overall to the Chicago Kingpins. That'll move us to 45. At pick 45 belongs to Brew City. That'll be Francisco Simmons, shortstop, user Soothie. Soothy's a longtime user, so maybe this one will stick. And Punk had to say, we were excited to add Simmons here with our last pick. After losing 3 batters this offseason, this pick allows us to plug every hole. Excited to bring in Soothie and keep on winning. Welcome to the Bears. So congratulations, Soothie, going 45 to Brew City. That will finish round number 5. A couple passes, and thus once those teams will not pick any further as we move into round 6 with the Swift Steeds.
Yeah, so we were basically in the same situation as some of the other teams where offensive, like on the offensive side of the ball, we were filled up. And the only spot we had left was a pitcher, and there was no pitchers left. So, it still feels weird even saying this out loud. We ended up passing as well, which is incredibly odd. But yeah.
Yeah, passing is weird. Can I confirm? That'll move us to Dillos at 47.
Yeah, I agree. Passing is kind of weird. So we are also pretty filled up on bats. But there's only one player in the draft that's left to pick, and we if we have to, we don't mind platooning if a lot of these guys come active. So at 47, we take the representative for the sleep program, which is definitely a real thing and wasn't an April Fool's joke. Baseball player, left fielder, user Darkness Rising. Hopefully, you come over and give the league a chance, give the Dillos a chance, and hope to see you in the locker room, man.
All right. And with that, I will conclude the draft for season 47. So, for anyone who had created post draft deadline, you have been sent to the waiver wire and will be picked up by a team. Unfortunately, I do not have a list from anyone on who's going where, but you will receive an invite from your respective GMs to join their team. There is a cutoff. It was earlier this week. I think it was like Monday, Tuesday is typically when it is. But congratulations to all of our draftees. We look forward to seeing you hitting the field here in a very short while, representing your brand new teams, brand new players, brand new users coming into this league. Any final thoughts before we end here from my GMs in the booth?
Shout out to graphics team. Always fun to watch the graphics or the renders.
Yeah. Graphics team does fantastic work. Steelflex, Orbity Death, Sonic Gmail. I think TGP's still on that as well. They do fantastic work. They get all of this done in a very short period of time. So, believe me, I've been there. It's a lot of work, but you get to make a great experience for everyone. Anything else before we sign off?
Yeah, I just want to add with the graphics, it's definitely appreciated by a lot of people I know. When I first was in the league and I saw mine, it was really cool to see.
Yeah. Can you believe when I first joined, it was just a spreadsheet, so there were no graphics, and the graphics team started, and it's been going ever since. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you to my booth mates, Anik, Nazbase, JJ, and Zodiac for joining me today. Thank you to all of our lovely people in the chat. So next up is awards tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. That'll be with Mr. Don Marcus. So we're going to be handing out some trophies. And then we start heading into some spring training in the following week. So season 47 is getting underway. Thank you all for joining us, and have a fantastic rest of your day.